Hello Abu Dhabi, we are back with Lovin Abu Dhabi show. My name is Lina.
And I'm Rahila.
And it is Monday, August 10th, and we are back with great stories for today, right? Okay, first things first, have you seen the sandstorm in Al-Ain?
Kind of, like on my ride to work, I kind of saw some fog dust, but I didn't think too deep into it. I was like, oh, maybe it's just like I'm driving on a highway, like it could just be the sun. But like after seeing that clip, that's
guys,
insane.
the clip she's talking about, just like, go to our page, check it out. Like sandstorm was real, in Al-Ain. And of course we had some, alerts about it. So like everyone knew that it's gonna happen, right? But the best thing is always to be ready and to know what to do. So now I guess let's talk about precautions, about the like driving guidelines when sandstorm is around you. You as a driver and you guys as drivers, because I don't drive.
Let's pay attention, guys.
Let's
pay attention.
That's guys are for you. So reduce speed significantly and turn on low beam headlights. Very important, right? Because obviously you don't know what's ahead of you, so you want to be very, very cautious. Second thing, keep car windows rolled up and switch the AC to recirculation. You don't want the dust to get in your car, obviously, right? Third thing, pull completely off the active roadway to a safe parking spot if visibility gets near zero. As you guys seen, situation in Al-Ain was intense, so like we really should be careful when it comes to these things, like for your safety, for your passenger safety, because things can get very hectic with sandstorms, right? And the last thing, turn off all vehicle lights and your emergency flashers once parked off-road, keeping your seatbelt fastened. Yes.
Someone said it started 8 p.m. yesterday, which is all the more reasons, guys, to drive very safely, especially when it's nighttime.
Yeah,
because
sandstorm and night, like it's dark,
that's a crazy combo.
Crazy. Yeah. So this is exactly, like the two last guidelines that I shared. This is exactly for the situations when you really want to be safe and not, risk. Like it's okay, you can take time. Nobody's in a rush, like, when your life can be at risk. You'd rather take, like some time off the road, just wait until it gets better and drive super safely later on.
Did you see the sandstorm?
No, I haven't. I live in Abu Dhabi, so I haven't seen it. But I know that it was dusty. I feel like, it's just like, the time when it's, dust is everywhere.
Okay, let's get into our first story of the day. At least 22 people killed in collision between two buses in southern Niger. So there were 22 people, including 17 soldiers, that were killed when two buses collided head-on in southern Niger on Friday night, according to the country's transport ministry. Two buses collided head-on in southern Niger on Friday night, around 50 kilometers from the town of Madao. In a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs expressed its sincere condolences and sympathy to the families of the victims and to the Republic of Niger and its people over this tragedy, as well as its wishes for speedy recovery for all the injured.
Well, we do hope that all the injured will recover very fast, and we wish them very, very strong health. And so from what I wrote, by the way, Niger does have a lot of situations with the road accidents, and this is why the government works towards improving the the situation with the signals around. I'm not exactly sure what's the measurements that they decided to take just yet, but we do know that they're working towards improvement and to make sure that this will not happen again.
For sure.
Okay, moving on to our next story. So the UAE issues warning over drugs disguised as sweets and everyday items.
That's shocking.
I know, right? This is why the National Anti-Narcotics Authority has warned that traffickers are using different ways to target children and teenagers, including concealing drugs in sweets, even A4 papers and unexpected deliveries. So according to Gulf News report, the methods that are used, first one is that drugs can be dissolved and soaked into A4 paper, making them harder to detect drug in transport and distribution. Second, narcotics can also be hidden inside sweets. And third, another method involves sending unexpected packages or gifts through delivery companies from unknown or unfamiliar numbers. So this is basically heads up to parents. You know, it's great that
I'm so shocked, babes. I'm so shocked.
So what we love about this is that the National Anti-Narcotics Authority spreading awareness all the time, and they want to make sure that, you know, like kids are safe and they don't you know, get into like stories that will, you know, had a long time impact that then they will always obviously will regret, right? So it's nice to spread awareness, nice that parents know what to look out for, and they can take even more care about their kids, because why? Awareness is caring.
Yeah. Also, I'm wondering how are they soaking in A4 paper? That's so crazy to me. Like, people do really come up with like creative ways of doing illegal stuff.
Yeah, and we do not promote this.
We do not promote this. We're completely against this.
So make sure that you follow the National Anti-Narcotics Authority updates to know how they prevent it, how they fight it, and for anything that you would want to know, like, you know, to like keep an eye for, like this, you know, like A4 papers, which is super weird, like sweets, and especially unexpected packages or gifts from unknown or unfamiliar numbers. This is a good way to keep them protected.
Yeah. Let's move on to our last story of the day. Abu Dhabi workplaces are getting more parent-friendly. So there's a new workplace label that is helping companies build cultures where parents can thrive at work without putting family life on the back burner. The Abu Dhabi Early Childhood Authority's parent-friendly label, PFL, recognizes organizations that create supportive policies and environment for working parents. The voluntary program encourages organizations to continuously improve how they support employees and their family. The bigger goal is to make family-friendly workplaces the norm across the UAE, creating environments where working parents and children can thrive. This is so important. Like, genuinely, I know, like, all my friends and all my relatives, everyone, they have working family, like working parents. And it's so important to bring such policies in here, because a lot of time family time gets neglected because everyone's just so busy with work, so occupied. Like, even like my parents, both my mom and dad, they work, and like our family time from being like 6, 7, 8 hours reduces down to 3, 4 hours, because we all finish work at different times. So it is so important that they're getting more policies that actually encourage family time rather than like neglecting family time.
Yeah. And you know, even thinking about the younger kids who really, really need their parents around, I feel like this is a great initiative, especially, you know, like the kindergarten age, or like, you know, like early school.
That's like the prime time.
Yeah, exactly. And this basically what helps build connections and to get quality time together. And yeah, I think this is a great initiative. I wish you know, my parents had that when I was a baby.
No, because genuinely, like for kids, it's like now, like when they're this young is when you can like mold their brain, how they think, how they feel, what they do, what they don't do. But like if you're completely neglecting your family time and you're just giving them devices to like literally keep them distracted and stuff like that, that's like a really bad quality, I would say. So like it's good that, you know, UAE, Abu Dhabi is encouraging more family time and bringing in more policies where families can actually spend time with their families.
And yeah, I think this is a great initiative. So that's basically it for today. And I can see that someone says greetings from Germany to us. Guys, greetings from the UAE. Thanks for tuning up with us. And yeah, so this is all for today. Thank you so much for being with us. Just a reminder, we go live every weekday at 2 p.m. on Instagram. And if you happen to miss our lives, you can still watch them on YouTube or listen to them as a podcast on Podio. And also we have Lovin Dubai show that goes live every weekday or day at 8 a.m. So make sure to keep up with them as well. 8:30 a.m. Yeah, that's correct. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Bye.